Imagine Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor of Rome, waking up in our time. He picks up a phone, scrolls a bit, and sees an ad for the latest gadget. One tap, purchase complete. A little rush of dopamine hits. He doesn't feel the sting of spending because no physical money changed hands. It's just numbers on a screen. But here's the thing, the real Marcus Aurelius would never fall for this. And understanding why could completely change your relationship with money. In his personal journal, Meditations, Marcus wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself." In your way of thinking, he understood something that modern science is just now confirming. The pain of payment is what keeps our spending in check. When Marcus spent actual coins, he felt their weight. He saw the exchange. The transaction was real, immediate, and visceral. Research from MIT has shown that credit cards basically numb this pain. They release the brakes on our spending, and sometimes, they even step on the gas. Your brain literally reacts differently when you use plastic versus cash. Credit card logos and cues make you focus on all the good things about a product, while conveniently pushing the negatives, like the price, into the background. The entire system is built to make you forget you're spending real money. So, how would a Stoic respond? By controlling what they can. Marcus Aurelius faced crises we can't even imagine. Plagues, wars, political conspiracies. Yet he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Let's apply this to your finances. You can't control the marketing algorithms that know your every weakness. You can't control the limited time offers designed to create a sense of urgency. You can't control interest rates, but you can control your decision to pause before you buy. You can control your awareness of the psychological tricks being used on you. And you can control whether your spending aligns with your true values or just a fleeting impulse. The Stoics called money a preferred indifferent. It's not inherently good or bad. What matters is how you use it. Your character isn't defined by how much money you have, but by the choices you make with it. Credit cards create an illusion of wealth. They whisper, available credit, $15,000. But that's not your money. That's a loan you'll have to repay, with interest. The term available credit is brilliant. Marketing it sounds like a resource you should use, not a debt you're taking on. This normalization is insidious. U.S. credit card debt has soared past $1 trillion. What past generations saw as a sign of financial trouble is now marketed as smart money management. Marcus would ask a simple question: if you have to borrow money to afford it, do you truly need it? The Stoics had a practice called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. It's about imagining what could go wrong to better prepare for it. Before your next big purchase, ask yourself some Stoic questions. What if I lose my job next month? What if this $3,000 vacation turns into 6 months of stressful minimum payments? What if this gadget breaks or goes out of style? What will I have to sacrifice to pay off this debt? This isn't about being negative, it's about being realistic. So many people either ignore their debt or underestimate its impact, just hoping it'll disappear. The Stoic faces reality head-on. You have been conditioned to spend. Studies show that just seeing a credit card logo can make you willing to pay more for an item, even if you end up using cash. The mere sight of the card trains your brain to open your wallet. People are also more likely to buy vice products like junk food or impulse buys when using a credit card, because it feels less real and satisfies those immediate cravings. Marcus taught his students to examine their own judgments. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. That designer bag doesn't have power over you. The story you tell yourself about owning it does. That $1,200 phone you're about to buy. Think of it in terms of your life energy. If you make $20 an hour, that's 60 hours of your life. Is it worth it? Suddenly, the equation looks very different. A Stoic budget is about alignment with your nature. The ancient Stoics emphasized living in accordance with nature, accepting what's beyond our control and focusing on our inner world. Your natural state isn't wanting a new phone every single year. That's a manufactured desire, created by marketers. Marcus focused on cultivating virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, not accumulating things. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. So, before you buy, ask yourself, does this purchase support my values or someone else's business model? Will I even remember this expense in 5 years? Am I buying the actual item, or am I buying the feeling I think owning it will give me? And here's where Stoicism gets really radical. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The only wealth which you will keep forever is the wealth you have given away." Think about that. The most powerful man in the world understood that generosity, not accumulation, creates lasting value. Using your time and money to help others sustains you in a way that no purchase ever can. This isn't just philosophy. Studies confirm that the psychological rewards of giving are often far greater than the rewards of spending on ourselves. The credit card companies will never tell you that. They can't monetize your generosity. So how do we put this into practice? Start with daily financial stoicism. Marcus practiced nightly reflection to review his day. You can do the same with your finances. In the morning, before you even look at your phone, set a financial intention. Maybe it's no impulse purchases today, or review my budget for 10 minutes. In the evening, look over your spending. Don't judge yourself, just be curious. What triggered that purchase? Was it aligned with your values? What would you do differently tomorrow? This daily mindfulness turns money from a source of stress into a tool for building a better, more resilient life. Modern financial products like buy now, pay later are the trap Marcus would have instantly recognized. They exploit our brain's preference for immediate rewards over long-term consequences. Breaking a $200 payment into 4 payments of $50 just feels more manageable, making you underestimate how much you're actually spending. Marcus would have seen right through it. He knew that everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Marketing tells you that you need it. Your values might say something completely different. You can build a Stoic defense. First, distinguish what you can control from what you can't. You can't stop the ads, but you can create a pause before you click buy. Second, practice voluntary discomfort. Try living below your means for a week. Eat simply. Delay a purchase you want. This builds the self-discipline muscle for when it really counts. And third, remember your mortality. Memento mori. That $1,000 jacket won't matter in the end. What matters is your character. Your spending is your character in action. If Marcus Aurelius were handed a credit card today, he'd see it for what it is. A tool that could either serve his values or undermine them. He would refuse to be part of the business model that relies on people carrying debt. Most importantly, he would remember that true happiness comes from the quality of your thoughts, not the quantity of your possessions. This isn't about cutting up your credit cards. It's about using them with your eyes wide open. In a world designed to keep you spending, the most radical thing you can do is pause, breathe, and ask yourself what Marcus Aurelius would ask. Does this align with the person I want to be? The credit card companies have spent decades studying your brain. They know exactly which buttons to push. But you have something they can't predict or control, the power to choose your response. That's where real freedom is found, not in unlimited credit, but in the space between impulse and action. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, but his greatest victory was ruling himself. That same victory is available to you, right now. The emperor's wisdom is 2,000 years old. Your credit card statement is 30 days old. Which one will guide your next purchase? Thanks for watching. If this gave you a new perspective, consider subscribing for more ideas on living a better, more intentional life.